Nuevo Sol, Televisión.
My dad even told me, like, when I was, telling him I was going to get involved with stuff, he says, "You have no talent. Why are you wasting your time?" And so I was crushed.
I don't think my family understands fully what I do. They think I'm a hippie.
But the message I got was that, one, it was a ways to educate women, and two, the arts was something I was just doing for fun, but it wasn't something that I was supposed to major in, because my parents are immigrants, and their idea of the American dream was to acquire a house and a truck and material things.
And the only understanding of the arts for them is people that they see in television or in films, and they think what you have to do is get a job and make money.
I was the first one to go into the arts, and so again, as I look back, I used to have friends who'd been in acting for a long time, and their parents would come see a show and they would say, "Well, son, the director should have done this, or the lighting, or your costumes." My mom and dad, "Well, that was nice, mijo. I wish you had had a bigger part."
I feel like nowadays, we are in 2014, things have changed.
I told my mom, and she told me, "Yeah, I'm with it." I told my cousins, my uncles, "Yeah, man, go for it,
Si te gusta, adelante. Adelante y siempre te voy a apoyar.
They were very supportive, they weren't really negative about it. I mean, my dad was kind enough to even buy me like a mic and my own got me my little studio set up as a graduation gift.
I'm very thankful to have the two dance teachers that I have, because they made it happen. They helped make it happen.
Las artes, even if you want to be an engineer, si quieres ser un licenciado, lo que sea, by going through the art process, you begin to understand beauty, you understand humanity in a different way, you understand social issues, you understand that it's okay to stand in front of somebody and being able to play the violin or to talk in front of people.
The confidence you have, and I can walk into any room and be like, "Oh, okay, this doesn't faze me," because we're being judged every day in the arts.
This community, Boyle Heights, is known to be a gang mecca. On paper, in statistics, I read that there's over 87 gangs in Boyle Heights. But I wanted to start to create a cultural center, the kind of cultural center I wish I would have had growing up. So I said, okay, how about arts? How about joining a gang that creates instead of destroys?
Whenever I'm feeling in a very, crappy mood, I guess, it helps me, release all that frustration or stress, so I can write music and, I can get my point across, or, just jot down a couple of feelings.
That is exactly what I need. I need to just release everything that's going on. Or I'll jump into a class and I'm like, "Oh my God, I just want to do this depressing song because I've had the hardest week of my life and I just want to dance it out. I just want to get rid of all of the negativity that's in my life and just lay it out on this dance floor and then never come back to it."
The main thing is it's self-expression. To be denied that in your life is very sad. To not be able to express oneself, and especially if you're a young person. And so, if anyone who's experiencing any kind of strong oppression where they're not able to, I think it just kills the spirit.
There was a proposition called Proposition 13 that wiped out all the arts programs.
Students like me that have a situation where they're having trouble with their credits, to still give them a chance to maybe take a class.
As a Latina in Hollywood, it is extremely difficult to get our voices out there. The Latinos, unfortunately, in this country are seen as we're the servants. We're either the servants cleaning their houses or we're sexually serving them. Okay, that's where the Latino stereotype comes from, the humble Mexican, or we're we're exoticized or we're criminalized.
See, a lot of people sometimes with my straight hair, they don't think I'm Latin. They just think I'm an all-American girl. When I have my big curly hair out, they're like, "Oh my God, what are you? You're Cuban? Are you black? Are you this? Are you that?" I'm a very petite person. I'm very small. I don't have the voluptuous Cuban Latin bodies that you would find in every woman. So that's my struggle, being a Latin dancer, or being Latin, and then not being able to dance for the Latin artists because I don't look Latin in the aspects of my body.
In order to break into the industry, it's very difficult. And it's very difficult because we're still invisible, and it's so hard for them to believe that we have the skills or that we can produce the type of work, that they want us to do. I think we do produce the type of work that they want us to do, but they don't see us that way. We're still alienated from the industry of the arts. And that has to change, but it depends on us as an audience, and depends on us as art makers, understanding that we have to support the artists in our community to make them successful.